Okay, here I am again. Let's see if this works any better. Let's wait and see if anybody actually shows. Hang on just a second. I don't even know if I'm on here. Hey, okay. Somebody found me. Is it any better now? Crossing my fingers. Um, hopefully it is better. This is quite normal when you're starting out. I don't understand what you mean by that. Starting out what? Long time no see. Thanks, Steve. You're clear so far. Okay, good. Starting out. I don't understand what you mean by starting out. I've done probably 50 live streams, so I don't know what you mean by starting out. I've been doing YouTube for 2 years now. Not that I'm really successful, but yeah, you're clear so far. Okay, good. All right, so we're back. We'll wait a minute and see if anybody comes back on or not. Let's see. Let me update my live stream analytics so I can keep an eye on that. Okay. Okay, we're on. We're good. We'll wait a second. Okay. Hey, we got everybody back, I think. Where'd you go? No, I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad it's okay now. Much better. Good. Thanks, Goldie. Appreciate it. Yeah. So should we start over? Classes are going great. The visa thing's good. So my condo, I'm moving to Prom Pong neighborhood, which is just one stop from Asok. So it's a really nice area. I'm about maybe 10-minute walk to the Prom Pong BTS. So super convenient. My condo has a shuttle that goes to and from the condo every 30 minutes. So if it's raining or if it's too hot, or say I'm carrying a bunch of groceries or something and I don't want to walk that far, I can take the shuttle. So that's really nice too. Now, it's on Sukhumvit 24, and I guess that can get a little busy as far as traffic sometimes. So if I'm in that shuttle, it may be a little longer drive than walking. So we'll kind of play that by ear once I move there. I've got one more month here, basically, just the month of October. But I found this place. I got the price down. He was asking 30,000. It's 40 square meters. It's really nice, nicely furnished, nice, nice decorations. The condo is about, I think the building's about 8 years old, but I stayed there a couple of years ago one of the first times I came to Bangkok, and I really loved it. And I didn't really realize it was the place I stayed until I went to look at it the first time. But the amenities are super nice. It's got this really nice co-working space. It's got a beautiful rooftop pool. It's 44 stories, I think. So it's a tall building. But it's got this really beautiful rooftop infinity pool with a magnificent view. The workout area, the facilities The fitness area is really, really good. So I won't have to get a gym membership or anything. It's got everything I need there. So that's good. And it's got a beautiful view of the Chai Prao, Chai Prao, Chai Chao Phraya River. I think it's pronounced Chao Phraya River. It's got a beautiful view of that. My condo's got a beautiful view right outside of, right around the corner of 24. So it's got a, I mean, the the skyline of Bangkok is right outside my window, so it's going to be beautiful looking at night, and it's pretty quiet too. I'm up high enough where the noise isn't significant, so I'm excited to get that move, and I'll do a tour video once I get all moved in for you guys, so you guys can see everything. But I had 3 different agents looking for me. And I felt bad when I picked one place because I felt bad the other 2 because they worked really hard for me too. But I got to go with what I want, and I got to check all those boxes. So, you know, if you're ever down here and you're looking for a place to live, don't settle. Don't settle for something that might not check all your boxes. There's tons of condos in Bangkok. So you can wait, if you can, live in an Airbnb or a short-term, hotel or something like that. If you can live there for a while until you find your perfect place, that would be my advice to you. Just wait until you get that perfect place. And I think I found my perfect place. So the neighborhood's nice. Right outside my neighborhood, there's a video of that I posted. It's a nice area. It's a little higher price than right down there on Sukhumvit. So it's a little more high end, but I won't spend a lot of time eating or drinking there or anything like that. I might, on occasion I might go there, but most of my time will be spent closer to Sukhumvit because it's right across from my favorite hangouts, O'Shea's Irish Pub. I've got the Laughing Tiger right across from O'Shea's. So I got all these restaurants and places I can eat. My 39 Craft Coffees right there. You've got Thai food restaurants right there. So I can eat super cheap, just walking 10 minutes or less. So I'm excited about my move, but that'll be in November. So I put 1 month down on it to hold it and signed that contract to hold it until November. So I'm ready. I'm ready to move, but I can't because my lease isn't up until for the 4th of November here. So if I wanted to get my deposit back, I have to keep paying my rent here. If I left and stopped paying, I would lose my 2 months deposit here. So I really don't want to do that. So I'll hold out 1 more month. It'll be fine. So at least I was able to negotiate with this owner to hold my place until then. So everything's negotiable here, guys. So if you're not familiar with Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia, everything's negotiable to a point. So anyway, what else is going on? So this is going to be a shorter video, guys. I'm not going to go too long today. I'm meeting a friend for lunch later on. But if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to answer all your questions for you. We talked about, we talked about my Thai language school, which is going great. I signed up for the first 2 levels, in case you weren't aware of that. So that's about 8 months worth of classes. There's 3 levels total. I could have signed up for all 3 at once, but I didn't want to sign up for all 3 just in case I didn't do well. You can't sign up for just level 1. You had to sign up for at least 2 levels. So I did that. And my cost was about about $780, $800, something like that. And then when I go to immigration tomorrow, I'll pay 2,000 baht, 2,000 baht, not $2,000, 2,000 baht, which is about $60. I'll pay that to immigration to get my first stamp, and um, then you have to extend your education visa every 3 months, and that's 1,900 baht. So there'll be 2 more extensions um, for those 8 months. Let me see, three extensions. So uh, I'll pay the 1,900, and then I'll pay another 1,900, and then another 1,900 to finish out my school. And then if I want to take level 3, I can do that, or I can take level 2 again if I'm not sure that I would make it to level 3. If I'm still kind of struggling, I can take level 2 again, and that's another. Basically, it's 6 months for the level 3. I think level 2 is 4 months. It might be 6, but anyway, so I'll be doing that, one or the other. So the total amount of time on my education visa will be 14 months, and then my plan is to move that over into a retirement visa and just stay here. Now, to me, Bangkok is perfect because you've got 2 international airports, one on the north end, one on the south end. So it's real convenient to get on a plane and fly anywhere in Southeast Asia. Super cheap. So that's really nice. Plus, it's such a modern city, and you don't think about it when you live in the West. You think, oh, all these Asian countries are third world. Bangkok it's an incredible city. The infrastructure is amazing. Like the train system, you can get pretty much anywhere you want, riding the BTS or the MRT. There's so much to do there. Great music scene. I love live music, and they've got fantastic live music venues all over Bangkok, and I've been to a lot of them, and I'll start doing videos on that too. Of course, the food is incredible. The street food, there's so much of it around here in Bangkok. um, and then there's all the Western food too, and the other Asian food, so you really can't go wrong. And it's not that expensive to live here. I mean, you can spend a lot of money here if you want, but you can live on a pretty decent budget if you need to. So um, you can I think my expenses come to about 2,000 a month. Maybe a little less. My largest electric bill was this month. I got it yesterday or day before yesterday, and it was. Here, let me look. I can tell you for sure what it was. Uh, it was a lot larger than my past ones mainly because I spent my entire month in my place here. So I use my AC every day, and it wasn't like I was gone. So let me tell you what that bill was. Hang on just a second. Let me bring it up. So my electric bill for the month, which was from August 22nd to September 22nd, came to 1,084 baht. So 1,084 baht is $33.64 with the current exchange rate. That's the highest my electric bill has been since I moved here last October. So if that helps, you understand. But I've got a smaller place, but it has 2 AC units. It's 1 bedroom, about 32 square meters, something like that. It's a little smaller, but at the same time, I run my AC a lot. So but I leave during the day. So in the hottest time of day, I'm probably gone a lot of the time. So um, other than the rent and school, etc., did your expense change when you change neighborhoods? Are street food, bar, and stuff going to be about the same wherever you live in Bangkok if you want to be frugal? Okay, so where I live now, it's super cheap because literally I'm probably the only foreigner or only Farang that lives down here in the Samut Prakan area where I'm at. So I can step outside and go to a local restaurant and have Thai food, and it costs me 60 baht, which is about $1.60. I can do that every day, or I can go across 7-Eleven and buy a meal there or whatever. But there's several different Thai restaurants around here. There's not any Western restaurants around where I live now. Where I'm moving to, you got a mix of both. So you've got the Thai street food that you can still get for, 40, 50, 60 baht and a good meal, or you can eat the Western stuff and spend, I spend anywhere from, like, I can get a breakfast at O'Shea's for like 99 baht, or, I can get a nice Western breakfast at O'Shea's. You pick seven items on a menu, sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, whatever. And I think it's about 170 baht, something like that. Somebody that's been there might correct me on the price, but that's what, about $5, right around $5. Or you can go on up, you can go to really nice restaurants and spend a lot more money. So it's kind of up to you what you want to spend, and, how you want to eat, and how expensive you want to get, or how cheap you want to go, because there's great Thai food all around the Phrom Phong area where you can get that street food super, super cheap. Are you fluent in any other language? Monoglot. Thai language is quite difficult for me. I hope you have more success. I used to speak German fluently, but I've kind of forgotten a lot of that. I speak a little Japanese, nothing fluent though. Um, Hell, I'm barely fluent in English, so but but I struggle at times, But yeah, I was going to move to Japan a while back, so I started taking Japanese lessons. So I know just a little bit. JG, are you paying monthly, or did you pay all up front for your condo? For my new one, I'll pay monthly. I paid. So generally speaking, here in Thailand and most places in Southeast Asia, they want 2 months deposit and 1 month rent. That I've found, especially in Thailand, is not negotiable, because I've been in the Philippines. I lived there for 3 years, and there's been times where I've been able to negotiate down to 1 month and 1 month. Usually in the Philippines, they ask for 2 and 2. So it's like 2 months deposit and 2 months rent. But I can usually get them down to 2 months deposit and 1 month rent. Sometimes you can get them to 1 and 1. Here in Bangkok and also in Vietnam, it's usually 2 month deposit and 1 month rent. And very rarely will they do the 1 month deposit. I haven't run into any situations where they've done that. But you know what? Negotiate. You never know. But yeah, I paid 1 month deposit now to hold the place until I move in November, and then I'll pay the other month deposit and the rent in advance, and I'll move in November, and then I'll just pay every month. I could pay more if I wanted to, but I don't see any need to. So let me see. Did I get your question answered? Oh, okay. So my expenses will go up though, because I will be paying twice as much for my rent, being in that area. So that expense will go up, but my travel expenses will go down, because I won't be spending as much money on the trains as I am now, because I'm spending about probably close to $100 a month on the trains, maybe more, um, maybe $120 a month on the trains now, because I'm so far out. So once I move to a more central location, and Phrom Phong is where I usually go, so why not live in the area that I go to? I won't be spending nearly as much on transportation. So let's see. Psychology. Hey, JJ, I'm coming to Bangkok. Hope I can meet you for the collab. Can we meet weekend of the 11th and 12th? I think so. I should be available. The only thing I got going on is my live streams on Sunday. So yeah, you've got my email. So just email me when you get here, and then we'll set it up. So yeah, no problem. So let's see, where are we at here on time? We're at 10:42. Oh, I got 31 people on. That could be a high. That could be a record for me. I need to screw up my streams more often, maybe. But um, so we could talk about the food. I mean, who on this stream has been to Bangkok or been to Thailand? And you know what? You don't have to live in Bangkok. I chose Bangkok because it's convenient, it's modern, the infrastructure is great. Um, the lifestyle is amazing, and I'm not even talking about the adult entertainment, those adult places, because I rarely go to those places. I will on occasion just for the hell of it, but I'm talking about great food, great live entertainment, um, great sports, because you've got two Muay Thai boxing arenas, you've got a soccer stadium or a football stadium here, you got a football team. So yeah, it's just it's fantastic, and it's convenient to travel because the two airports are international. It doesn't cost anything to travel inside the country. I was going to go next weekend. I was planning on taking a trip down to Hua Hin and doing some golf, but I canceled that. I'll do it another time. But yeah, it's just for me, Bangkok checks all the boxes, but it might not be for you. I mean, if you don't like the big city life, because it can be overwhelming at times, it can get very noisy. The pollution can be an issue sometimes, although it hasn't really bothered me that much. But I do notice it a couple of ways. I notice it. My eyes will get irritated, and sometimes if I'm just walking normally, it doesn't bother me. But say I go up the stairs to the BTS or the MRT or something, and I can tell if the air is a little more polluted than normal, because it affects my breathing a little bit. Not so much where it's like panic, but I can feel it. So there is that, and especially some months in the year, the first few months of the year, January and February especially, it can the pollution can be kind of extreme, but other than that, like now, the weather's nice. We're in the middle of the rainy season, so it'll rain a couple hours. Usually, this month is the rainiest month of the year, and it hasn't been that bad. Most of the rain has come overnight, it seems like. So it's been pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy where I live. But you might like to live, up in Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, or maybe in Phuket or Koh Samui or some of those island places. So thanks, Gio. Yeah, I'm glad it's much better now. Goldie, oh, you live in Bangkok now. IDO 93. So there are a lot of IDO um, condos throughout Bangkok, and they're really nice condos. I actually looked at one over in, where was that? I think it was over in Bang Na, the Bang Na Sukhumvit exit on. So you're at 93. So you must be. Let me guess. I won't. I don't look it up, but I'll guess you're probably around. Let's see. You've got to be close to Prokanong, right? In the W District area. Is that where you're at, Goldie? Just a guess. I don't want to dox you or anything, so you don't have to answer. But you did put your address there, 93. So yeah, it is so convenient. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I spent about 2 years total in Thailand, mostly in Phuket and Pattaya, but I think to be continued. I love the convenience of Bangkok too. Yeah, Gio's loving it. Yeah, he got here. What you're going on 2 months here now, right, Gio? As far as living here, so yeah, he's loving the area too. He's living on the Sukhumvit area. Do you find that your viewing audience wants to know prices of food and beverage? I know you can't please everyone, but it feels so unnecessary and redundant. When I was in my 20s, sure, it was FOM, whatever that means. Um, yes, yes and no. I mean, I don't think with my audience or my subscribers, I don't think it's one particular thing. Some of them want, budget videos. Some of them want condo videos. Some of them want, food videos, the food prices. I will say beer prices are higher here in Bangkok than in other Southeast Asian countries. I will say that. But you can go to certain places like Old English Pub there in Tonglo area. If you go in the early afternoon, you can get a pint of beer for like it's either 45 or 65 baht, and then every 2 hours it goes up incrementally to like 65 to 85. And there's places where you can get Chang pints all day and all night long for 99 baht, which is a pretty decent deal. So you can find those deals if you're a beer drinker, but just know that it's probably on average a little higher. And if you get into the real touristy areas, you're probably going to pay a little more. So just understand that. Not now. Oh, not now. Okay. Oh, I see. You spent about 2 years total and mostly in Phuket. Oh, I'm sorry, Austin. Let's see. Let me read this again so we can finish it right. Do you find that your viewing audience wants to know prices of food and beverage? I know you can't please everyone, but it feels so unnecessary and redundant. When I was in my 20s, sure it was FOM, but not now. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it just kind of depends. A lot of people want to know, the retirement, here in Bangkok or here in Thailand compared to say the Philippines, because the majority of my subscribers are between 45 and plus, so a lot of them are getting close to retirement. We already got that. Wait. I spent about 2 months early this year in Bangkok. I want to move to the Silom area, I think. Maybe Prompong. I want to be close to a nice park. Yeah, Silom, you're right by gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm missing it here. You're right by what is that park? Oh, I'm gonna feel like a fool when somebody helps me out on that one. Not Benjikiti. It's the one with all the monitor lizards. Gosh, it's a huge park, and I go there all the time, and I can't think of the name of it. What the hell? I'm having a senior moment, guys. Oh well. Anyway, Silom is right there, and you got a great mall there too, Lumpini Park. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Yeah, Lumpini. Great big park area. So I got it right, Goldie. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, I'm in that area too a lot. So if you're ever down in W District, let me know. Hit me up on my email. We can, if you like beer or whatever, we can go have a shared drink together or whatever. One green Mitzi, is the weather in Bangkok usually as mild as this time of year? First time I visit Bangkok this late in the year and was surprised how mild it was. Well, we're in the rainy season, so it is milder. And actually, come November, at the end of November, we'll be at the end of the rain season and it will be really nice. But that's the beginning of the high season. So it'll be a little busier in most areas. But if you want to travel to like Phuket or Koh Samui, that's in the heavy part of their rain season. So they have a different season. But yeah, we're in the mild season. It's nice. But once you get into March and April and May, it's going to be hot. So it'll get a lot hotter. Yeah, July 28th, I moved here. Yeah. So you're right at 2 months. Exactly. 2-month anniversary. Your Thai pronunciation is really good. I'm trying. The best way to learn how to pronounce words? Ride the trains, because they announce the train stops and you can look at the word, how it's spelled and how they pronounce it. And that'll help you understand pronunciation. Now, the only thing it doesn't provide when you look at the train stops, it doesn't provide the tones. So it doesn't have the 5 different tones on the pronunciation. But if you listen to them, like I learned how to pronounce Punawiti or Tong Lo or Sam Rong. I used to say Sam Rung. It's not Sam Rong, it's Sam Rong. So that tone is down. Sam Rong. So just ride the trains like I do. I ride them every day, and that's how I learned. And then now with my language school, that also helps a lot. Lumpini Park. Yeah, we got to go there. Gio and I need to take you there. You haven't been there yet. I need to. You can adopt a monitor lizard. Just kidding. But I went there. Okay, so yeah, if you're a gay, Siloam area in Lumpini Park, there's one road in Siloam that's a LGBTQ area. It's not the whole area, so don't misunderstand. It's like going to Soy Cowboy and saying that, oh, there's a ladyboy bar in Soy Cowboy. That means the whole Soy Cowboy is gay. No, that's not right. So, but Austin, you are right. There is a big LGBTQ area. So if you're into that sort of thing, you can go there, and there's one street where all the bars are that. But not every area in Siloam is that. So no, I would disagree. Yeah, we can go there if you want. Yeah, let's go after lunch if you want to do that. We can definitely go there. I'll take my anti-aging medicine so I remember how to get there. Remember the name of the park. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm caught up with chat. We still got a good number on board, so I'll keep going, and as long as you guys want to, unless Gio gets really hungry and needs to get something to eat. But I had my oatmeal for breakfast this morning, and I'm just loading up on coffee right now. So let's see. We talked about my school. We talked about my visa. Talked about my condo. I'm super excited about my condo. Wait till you guys see it. I'm excited to give you guys the tour. The video I have that I've got going on right now is the tour of my neighborhood, my new neighborhood, not this one, but the new one. It's called Life in Bangkok, a tour of my new neighborhood. So check that out. I posted that yesterday. It's got about 1,000 views right now. So, but I just kind of walk around Circumvent 24 and let you see what's there. It was kind of my first view of that area too. Now there is a coffee shop right across the street called Sarah J that I'm familiar with. That's where the girl I interviewed, May, her and I met there when I scheduled her to do my interview with her. So that's a nice coffee shop, and it's a really cool area. And I tell you what, that area is really neat as far as there's so many young Instagram or TikTok or whatever they are. I think they're Instagram. They're photographed, they're models or whatever, but they're all in that area, right across from my condo, where they take pictures. And when I was walking through, if you'll see the video, I was walking through there, and there were probably maybe a dozen different people there doing photos and that sort of thing. So it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know why. I don't know why they picked that area. I guess it's a neat area, neat neighborhood, or neat intersection. So, but yeah, it's right there. So I'm excited. So I'll just walk out there every afternoon. Canna Bean says, you've been to the Muay Thai fights yet? Yes, I have. I went to the one at the old stadium, and I don't know how to pronounce that yet. I don't remember how it's pronounced. But anyway, it's pretty cool. The old stadium is neat. It's kind of a round, like a coliseum type thing. And we sat up in the cheap seats. So you're sitting on basically a concrete slab, and you don't have there's no seat backs or anything like that. But it's a neat environment, and the locals will be doing chants all the time, and you got a beautiful young girl doing the DJ. So they have a DJ between rounds, and she DJs. And then up in the corner, there's a traditional Thai band. So they play in the Thai instruments, the traditional Thai instruments. So you got a mix of past and present, and it's kind of a neat thing. And they fight every night, and it doesn't matter what night you go or what time you go, because the fights start at a certain time and they go late. So it really doesn't matter if you're late getting there or not. But and to me, it doesn't matter, because I don't know who the famous fighters are, or what the card's all about. It's just, for me, it's like just watching Thai fights, the Muay Thai. But the neat thing is, it'll start out and you watch about 5 different matches, and then they change the whole ring. They changed the floor of the ring from white to black. They changed the ropes around the ring to black, and I guess it's for the main fights. So they kind of changed that whole vibe, and it's really cool how everything works. But if you got a chance to go, the difference, I guess, between the old stadium where I went and the newer stadium is, the old stadium's got a like street vendors outside. So if you want to grab some food before you go in, you can do that. But they'll come, a waitress will come to you, and you can order your food and beer, and they'll bring it to you at your seat. Whereas the new stadium, I guess, unless you're in the box areas, the higher price areas, you have to go to the vendor and order your drinks there, and then go back to your seat. So I would rather have them come to me personally. So let's see. So if you are drunk in one of your hangouts, is it safe for you to walk to your new condo, or is traffic too much worry? Well, I never get drunk, so that's one thing. You can walk or take a tuk-tuk, or take a grab or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't suggest getting drunk. There's always those dangers that happen when you get drunk, you fall down. So Lumpini Stadium, that's the new stadium, Lumpini. Let me find the old one. I've never been to the new stadium, so I don't know where that's at, or what it's called. But let me look this up here. So we've got the Rajadamnern Stadium. That's the new stadium, or that's the old stadium, Rajadamnern. And I know I'm not pronouncing. Dern is walk. That's Thai for walk. So Rajadamnern, and then you got Lumpini Boxing Stadium, which is the new one. So yeah, Rajadamnern. Yeah, that's the old one. I wouldn't recommend walking through Siloam after midnight unless you are Tim Newton. I don't know who Tim Newton is. Isn't he the guy that does? Isn't he the Brit or the Aussie that does the news? Tim Newton News, or whatever it is, does the Bangkok news. I've watched a couple of, if that's the same guy. Or are you talking about Tim Horton, the coffee maker in Canada? Maybe you're talking about him. I don't know. But yeah, Thai boxing school. Check it out if you haven't yet. I'll go again, definitely. I will definitely go again. Oh, I got my tracking on. I'll turn that off so it doesn't move around when I move around. I got my new webcam. It's pretty cool. Let's see. If you check out Lumpini, Pug's Barbecue just north. Oh, cool. You talking about Lumpini Park or the stadium? Pug's Barbecue. Cool. Yeah, maybe we'll do that for dinner tonight or something. I don't know. Okay. What else going on, guys? Any other questions? We're all caught up with chat. We've talked about Muay Thai. Has anybody been to the soccer stadium here or the football stadium? It doesn't look that big. I mean, when I think soccer or football stadiums, I think big, massive, amazing looking stadiums. But this one here doesn't look that big to me. It looks more like a high school stadium, but maybe I'm looking at the wrong pictures. Lumpini Park. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. So yeah, I will definitely check that out. Pug's Barbecue. Is that what kind of barbecue are we talking? We're talking Western, Korean. What type of barbecue do they have there? Do they serve there? I've been here almost a year now. I've been visiting here for 3 years. It's actually exactly 3 years. But there's still a lot of Thailand I haven't visited. There's a lot of Bangkok I haven't been to. So I'm excited to visit other areas of Bangkok. So, and any suggestions, I'm open. The Smokin' Pug is the proper name. Okay. Is that what it is it is it Korean barbecue? What kind of barbecue are we talking about here? The Smokin' Pug. Okay. They don't serve dog, do they? Just kidding. But yeah. Where else should I go? What should I do videos on, guys? Give me some suggestions. I got one coming out tomorrow that will be, let me see, what is it about? About retiring here in Thailand or Bangkok. Is it a good idea for somebody that's older, a Westerner, to retire in Bangkok? And then I did one the other day that's going to talk about age gap dating. I get a lot of questions on that. So, hey, all right, I got my first super chat. So thanks, Jack. Appreciate that for that Richie Rich neighborhood you're going to now. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I wish I had the paid version of this still. I would give you a shout out, but I don't. I got to try to get that EV Mux stream up and running, seeing how that's going to work. Retirement and women are great. Oh, perfect. So I hit the nail on the head on that one. Okay. Texas. Oh, it's Texas style. Nice. I take it. So, Austin, is that your name or is that where you're from? Because I lived in North Texas for a little while. And I do like Texas barbecue. I like Texas barbecue better than Kansas City barbecue, but I like Memphis barbecue best. That's my favorite. So, been to Tennessee, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, Texas style barbecue. I'm for that. Oh, I'd love to see some Texas style barbecue. I'll check that out. There's so many great areas in Bangkok. Just up and down Sukhumvit, every stop is a different neighborhood and a different vibe. I mean, like Prakannon has the W District, has that nice live bar, Fishbone right behind W District. It's got some Japanese restaurants and bars all along that street there too. Just a neat vibe there. You go to Ekamai, it's got a whole different vibe. You go to Tonglo, there's another Japanese vibe there, but you also have, seems to me like you've got a lot of foreigners that live and work in that area. So you got digital nomads, a lot of digital nomads in Tonglo. You go up to Prompong and you've got a lot of Brits and Aussies and Americans, because you've got a lot of those English and Irish pubs in that area too. So that seems to be like a large area for the Brits and the Aussies and the Americans to hang out. And then you're in a soak, and that area you got Soy Cowboy, which is the adult street. You've got Terminal 21, which is the huge mall. Yeah, a lot of different areas. And then Nana, of course, is the next one down. Then you've got Soy 11, which is a great area for great restaurants, great bars, great live entertainment. You got Soy 4 on the other side, which is where Nana Plaza is, Stumble Inn, all those areas there, all those bars there. So yeah, it's super nice. Every place you can't really, yeah, it's just every neighborhood's a different vibe. You can't go wrong with retirement and dating. Yeah. You talk about you can't go wrong doing that, or you can't go wrong doing videos on that, or both. I also like your interviews. Those are great. Yeah, I want to do more interviews with Thais. There's a Thai guy, and I can't think of the name of his channel, but his channel's really, really good. And his English is good. And I want to try it. I've tried to reach out to him, but I haven't heard anything back yet. But I want to try to do a collab with him and do an interview with him. I think he would be super interesting to interview because he talks about a lot of things Thai related and how it relates to foreigners. I like your interviews too. Well, thanks, Jack. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love doing the interviews. Some of them do well, some of them not so well. I think the ones that do better are the ones where I interview Thai women. Go figure, right? The ones where I interview just expats, sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. Expats and Thais would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, I want to start doing another video type format, kind of a podcast. I started it when I was in BGC in the Philippines, and I called it Beer with the Boys, and just do a kind of a podcast, kind of talk about random things, and get guys on like either on a regular basis or different guys. Have 3, maybe 4 guys on at once. And so I want to start doing that. And they got a new thing with YouTube now where you can there's a button there you can do a collaboration where your video will show up on another YouTuber's stream or another YouTuber's channel, and whoever hosts the video will get the money. But like if Gio had me on his channel and he clicked the collaboration button, his video would show up on my channel too. He would get all the money from that, but I would get some of the stream. I would get some views because it would be showing on both of our channels. So I think that's kind of a cool thing. Anyway, how did you like BGC? I have plans to visit in November. BGC is great. It's very Western, very modern, very, very walkable. You can walk from one end to the other in like less than 20 minutes. They've got great restaurants, tons of malls in the area, good bars, good clubs. You're right next to Makati. So if you want to go clubbing in Makati, just take a grab there. But it got kind of small for me. It's a real bubble, and it got small for me. I lived there for 3 years, but you're going to love it in November. They do Christmas right. And if you're going there in mid-November, you're going to see tons of Christmas there. It's really fun area to be in, and the weather's going to be really nice for you, Goldie, when you go there. So enjoy. Let me know when you go. I'll give you some tips on where to go. Chitin River view from your purr. I don't know what that is. Hey, you're welcome, Goldie. Chitin River view from your purr. I don't know what Chitin River view is or river is. A river review from your purr. Are you talking about Chao Phraya River? The Chao Phraya River? That's the big river that winds through Bangkok. I can do a video on that, like take the river boat, the taxis. I want to do that anyway, so that would be kind of cool. I may do that after a while. Um, let's see. Chit beer on river review. Not sure if you drink. I drink. I drink beer. I don't know what chit beer is. I drink Tiger, which is, I think that's Singapore beer. I drink um, Singha, which is a Thai beer. I drink Chang once in a while, Leo once in a while. Those are my main ones. I did have a nice pint of Guinness the other night, watching a live band the other night at the rooftop at O'Shea's. That was nice. I love me a Guinness. Guinness costs a lot. It was like 250 for a 250 baht for a pint, which is about $7, 750. But the thing with Guinness, I drink it really slow, so I can go through 3 pints of Singha at the same time I go through 1 pint of Guinness. So I don't know what chit beer is though, Austin. So I'll have to look that up. All right, where are we at here? Hour and 15 minutes on this one. I think we did 15 on the previous one, so we're about an hour. We're about an hour and 15 minutes in total. About an hour into this one. We'll go another 15 minutes if we got more than 20 on board still, we'll keep going. If you guys want to keep asking questions, I'll answer any questions you got. I said I would answer questions on any other YouTubers in Southeast Asia. If you have any questions on any YouTubers, in my opinion, I can answer that for you. My honest opinion on expat YouTubers. I watched a few of them. I know a few of them personally. I've watched a few. I can give you my opinion on them. Then you can give your opinion on them. I kind of know if somebody's going to ask a question on a YouTuber, I kind of have an idea who will be probably first up on what do you think of so and so. But we'll wait and see what chat says here. But I kind of have a feeling what's going to come up. But yeah, if you have any questions on any other YouTubers, I know quite a few. I've met quite a few. I've chatted with quite a few. And I've watched quite a few, obviously. But I don't know them on a personal basis, but I know of them. Both in the Philippines and in Thailand, and also in Vietnam too. So yeah. Any questions you have on any of those guys or girls, I'd be more than happy to answer if I know them. I'll give you my opinion on them. So today I'm going to have lunch with Gio, and I think he wants to go to Lumpini Park, so we may go there later this afternoon. Thanks for the live. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Austin. Where are you at, Austin? Are you in Thailand or are you in the States? Where are you watching from? Interested to know. Sounds like you know a bit about. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you, Goldie. Appreciate you. Yeah, hit that like button. Take care. See you later. Yeah, I'll probably go another 12 minutes to the bottom of the hour, and then we'll call it good. Will you travel to other Asian countries in the near future? Well, here's where I've been to. I've been to Japan. I've been to Philippines. I've been to, obviously, Thailand. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Singapore. I will travel to different locations, but probably not this year, because once I get that education visa, if I leave the country, I have to register again. I just can't do the extensions every 3 months. I have to register again and go through that whole process, and I don't want to do that. So what I will do in the year that I'm doing my education, I will travel around Thailand. So because my classes are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I've got Saturday, Sunday, Mondays off. So if I wanted to do a 4-day weekend somewhere and go to Hua Hin or Phuket or Koh Samui or wherever, I could theoretically leave on a Friday afternoon, and I wouldn't have to be back until Tuesday before 1:30. So I've got all that time every week. And if I needed to miss a day or two, I could do that and still be okay with my visa. So this next year, when I travel, I will do that traveling, but I'll travel around Thailand, up to Chiang Mai again. I have not been to Phuket or Koh Samui or some of those places, so I do want to travel there. I'll probably do that after their rainy season's over. So probably I might do that the first part of the year when the burning season starts up here. I'd like a video on you walking around showing the outside of condos you looked at and your thoughts, pro and con on them. The outside meaning the amenities in the condo or the neighborhood around the condo. I would love to do. I'd do those. No, I don't have a problem with that. So, hey JJ, most YouTubers seem okay. Limitless travels. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problems with most YouTubers. There's only a couple, and I don't pay much attention to them. They're kind of troll YouTubers, so I really don't pay much attention. But most of the YouTubers that I know or have seen, they're cool. Their content's neat. Um, I will tell you that most of the YouTubers here in Bangkok and in Thailand are super nice, and they have no problem reaching out to you. So I don't have any problem with that. So let's see. What do you think of that broad that Maya interviewed about open relationships? Gladys is her name, I think. I did not see that. Maybe I did. Was that about a month or so ago when she was talking about, was that the one where she had a boyfriend, but she had other guys? I can't remember if I saw that or not. But I will tell you that, was that Maya or was that Filipina P that did that interview? And there's two different Mayas I think we're talking about. So which one are we talking about there? That might be, if it's Maya, I didn't see that interview because I don't watch either of those Maya's channels. Got up very late this morning. Oh, okay. Well, good morning. Glad you can make it. I got a late start too, not because I got up late, but because I couldn't figure out my. I'll tell you the real reason. One was I couldn't figure out my streaming platform, the one I was trying to use. The other one was I got a notification, Geo on the go. His notification said, "Oh, a live stream coming up at 8:15," and I didn't pay attention. I thought 8:15 this morning. That's 45 minutes before mine, so I didn't want to overlap his by too much. So I changed mine to 10, not realizing that his is tonight at 8:15, not this morning at 8:15. So dummy me. Yeah, I missed out on that one, but that's okay because it took me an hour to figure out my stream platform. This one is recent. No, I did not see that. Ever going to explore the Philippines now and then? It's still worth visiting. Land of adventure. I have no plans anytime in the near future to go back to the Philippines or anywhere outside of Thailand, actually. But yeah, I lived there for 3 years, and I've been visiting there for 10. So yeah, I like the Philippines. I just like Thailand better. How long did it take you to adjust to this heat? I don't think I don't know if you really adjust completely. Let me fix this. It's a little lower. There. Yeah, Goldie, I don't know if I've really adjusted to it completely. I've learned how to cope. So, a lot of hydration. When I'm walking, I try to find as much shade as possible. Um, I try to avoid walking in the dead of the afternoon where it's the hottest. But sometimes it's unavoidable. But yeah, you kind of learn to deal with it. I don't know if you actually um, ever adjust completely to it. But boy, I tell you what, if you don't like the heat, don't come to Southeast Asia because it's not good for you. You will be miserable. I take 2 showers a day, sometimes three. I change clothes a couple of times a day if I'm out early, and then come back to my condo. I'll be soaking in sweat, and so I'll change clothes. But the weather's not bad right now. And if someone thinks, and I'm not saying you by any means, Goldie, but if someone thinks, and I'm thinking of some a friend of mine um, that can't stand the heat, but if he thinks it's hot now, wait till April and May. He's going to be miserable. Burning season, you're going to get away from Thailand, maybe go back to the States for a few months. No, I'll just go south. I can't leave because I'll be in class. Burning season starts in January, goes January, February, and part of March. It can get bad here in Bangkok, but if it does, I may go down to Hua Hin or Pattaya, or maybe visit Phuket or Koh Samui for a few weeks at that time. But I got to come back here for my classes. I can't miss too much of my classes, so I'll just have to deal with it. And last January it got really bad, and so for 1 week they made it free to ride the trains, ride the BTS and the MRT to try to reduce the pollution of the traffic because they were getting so much smog coming from the north. But after that week, it wasn't so bad. So it was livable. It was livable, I thought. You were right. Gladys did a video about sexual relationships with other guys, and her boyfriend knows, and he also sees other ladies. She said she prefers that. Yeah, good for her. Yeah, I don't know. She must have got. I bet she got a lot of views on that. Sweating and living a leisurely retired life is fine. Having to go to work and being hot and sweaty on a time schedule is bad. So tolerable when retired. Exactly. And you can go to the beach, and it just seems different when you sweat at the beach. Aircon is essential. Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely love my aircon. I got my fan only going right now, and it's just very comfortable here. So when I leave today, I'll turn on the dry mode. I think that's don't 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 quote me on this, but I think that's a kind of a dehumidifying function of these air cons here. So I'll put it on dry when I leave, and I'll come back and it'll be nice and comfortable here, and I'll actually keep things from getting too humid inside my condo. So, but let's see. Hello, Dave. What other countries do you have a desire to reside after Thailand? I don't think I'll actually live in other countries, but that could change. After a year on my education visa, I plan on doing the retirement visa. And then I think you have to renew that every year. I'm not sure the details on that, but I'll see. I want to go visit Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I want to go back to Japan in Tokyo. I missed that. I haven't been there for over about 5.5 years now. It was March of 2020. Last time I was there, right at the beginning of COVID. I want to check those places out. Maybe Indonesia. You know, I want to check out Cambodia. I don't have any desire to maybe live in those areas, in those places, but I do want to visit. But right now, right now, Thailand's for me. And I'm a lonely bull, and I get that itch to move every 3 years. So who knows where I'll be in 2 or 3 years from now. Kuala Lumpur is beautiful. Just got back. Oh, nice. Where did you stay in Kuala Lumpur? What area? Because that's a big big city. I want to go there. I was going to go this past year, and ended up not going, and now this year I won't be able to go, but definitely next year I want to go. But yeah, where in Kuala Lumpur did you go? Those are some of the places I want to check out. Definitely. And I guess they speak English well in Kuala Lumpur. The food is amazing. It's relatively cheap depending on what area you're in. But yeah, I definitely want to go there. I want to go back to Tokyo. Definitely want to go back there. But places I haven't been, KL would be number one on my list, probably, of places to go that I haven't been yet. I would like to go to Japan to not this year, but next year after my education visa is done. Next spring would be spring of 2027. I would like to go there when the cherry blossoms are blooming. I've never been there for that, and I guess it's really neat. It's really beautiful. So, all right, where are we at here? We're right at an hour and a half total. Still got 23 on. We'll keep going. If you guys have any questions, let me see. Here we go. I stayed right next to Petronas Towers. I looked right out the window, so I think that's the downtown district. Nice. Beautiful view. Those are cool towers too. Did you get to go up there and go on the walkway between the two towers? Did you? And how much did that cost? What was the ticket to go up there? And guys, I want to apologize if my camera starts shaking because I've got my webcam on my monitor and this table is not very steady. So if I bump it or put my hand on it, it starts shaking. So I apologize for that. I don't know that there's any sort of stabilization on this webcam or not. There may be a little bit, but maybe not a lot. Richard Nixon said Bangkok was one of his favorite cities. He made a total of 10 visits between time in Congress, vice presidency, and president, and private citizen. I wonder if it was at Nana Plaza. Maybe. Or Soy Cowboy. I'm not sure. Let me see. When did Nana Plaza and Soy Cowboy get started? Because that might have been after he died. I'll look it up. Nana Plaza opened in 1983, and by mid 1980s had about 20 go-go bars. So when did Nixon die? When did Nixon die? 94. So maybe that's what killed him. I don't know. I got the senior discount. It was 10 US. Senior? There's no way you're a senior. What's the how old do you have to be to get the senior discount? I'm sure I qualify, but what's the youngest? Do you think dating is better than the Philippines after learning Thai? I think dating is better in Thailand if you know a little Thai, because then it opens up more options for you, because about half the girls you meet in Bangkok don't speak Thai well, or I'm sorry, don't speak English well. So if that's a issue for you, then that might be a deal breaker. So it just reduces your options. If you know a little bit of Thai, then that really helps, obviously, and then that opens up more options for you. And now the dating gap is the other issue. They don't date older guys like they do in the Philippines. I mean, I would say 20, 25 years max as far as an age gap. So if you're 60, You might be able to date a 35-year-old, but probably not a 25-year-old. Whereas in the Philippines, they don't care what your age is, as long as you're there for them, to help them and provide for them. So heads up for all Malaysian tours, we pay more, like 2 to 3 times more. Oh, right. Yeah. So you get the skin tax, so to speak. Yeah, and it's like that here. You go to the temples and they'll charge you more. In fact, I mean, I got a comment on one of my videos, like the guy said, if they're going to charge me more for being a foreigner, I'm not going to do it. So I'll just walk away. It's like, okay, well, good luck with that, because that happens almost everywhere. In fact, the trains now, and I don't know if they've started that yet or they're going to start it, but basically they're going to make it so you can ride the trains for 20 baht no matter how far you go. But it's only for locals. It's not for foreigners. So if this guy is going to walk away, he's never going to be able to ride the train, because he's going to have to pay more being a foreigner than the locals pay. So you just have to deal with it. It's one of those things that they do that in the U.S. They do that in Western countries too. You pay more for being a foreigner. It's just one of those things. Pat Pong was the original girly area. Yeah. Yeah. Meant foreigners pay more. Malaysians pay. Yes. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Yeah. That's exactly right. You're 62. Oh, wow. You're aging like a fine wine there, Goldie. What's your expectations for speaking Thai? In a few months, will you be able to talk to a Thai enough to have a simple conversation? I hope to. I try to, when I'm out at a restaurant or a bar and I'm speaking with the waitress, I try to say as much in Thai as I can. And I think they appreciate that. But I'm hoping within a couple of months. See, I got a buddy, he's Irish, and he has been going to Thai language school at another school, but he was only at it for 3 months. And it sounds like he's speaking fluent. I mean, he's having a conversation with the waitress. So I'm hoping to get to at least a basic level where I can speak and understand somebody talking to me in Thai. So that's my goal. That's my hope. I thought they popped up during the Vietnam War. Probably or shortly after. There's probably places like let me see. Soy Cowboy. Soy Cowboy was started. Let me see. Hang on. Let me make sure I get this right. I don't want to give you false information. Yeah, so Soy Cowboy started in the late 70s, so that was probably right after the Vietnam War ended. But I think there were probably those adult bars before that. They just didn't have a name for the area. That's probably why. So Soy Cowboy was started by an American ex-serviceman named T.G. Cowboy Edwards. He opened the first bar on the street in 1977. While the other bars existed in the area before then, Edwards' establishment marked the beginning of the street's transformation into a nightlife hub, eventually being named after him. So this guy is like let's see, T.G. Cowboy Edwards. He's like the Mo Green of Las Vegas. That's a Godfather's reference. So anybody who's watched The Godfather will know what I'm talking about. So T.G. Cowboy Edwards basically started Soy Cowboy in 1977. Hi, JJ. Would you recommend taking a bus or train from BKK from Bangkok to Hua Hin? You could take either. I think a train would be kind of cool to take. I've never done that before. I think it takes a little longer than a bus, but you can get on a bus and it's only going to cost you like 500 baht, like $15. So how many hours a day is your class? I want to start next year after my traveling around Asia so I can be focused. It's 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, but you only have to go 2 days a week minimum um, to still get through the requirements for your education visa. But yeah, it's 2 hours a day, and it goes really fast. Now, I don't know what the classes or the schedules are with these other schools. I just know what mine is, and they have four schedules. They have two in the morning and two in the afternoon. So you either go 8:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to 12:30, 1:30 to 3:30, or 3:30 to 5:30. I go from 1:30 to 3:30. It's actually 1:30 to 3:15, and it's Tuesday through Friday. So super convenient, and I like it so far. I mean, it's very fast paced. The instructor is a younger guy, and he's really cool, and the class is very active. There's like 17 of us that signed up, and there's a couple of Americans. I think there's one guy from the UK. There's a couple of guys from New Zealand, two or three guys from New Zealand, um, three or four people from India, including a girl. There's one Filipina there. It's a good mix, and they all speak English. So it's good to be able to talk to these people. So one guy from Hong Kong, a couple of other places too. So is it inexpensive and convenient to enroll Thai language classes? So my classes cost me for the two levels or the 8 months. They have a total of 3 levels. I signed up for the first 2. That cost me 25,000 baht. So the whole cost, so it was 25,200 baht total, which is, oops, hang on, 25,200, which was $782. And then on top of that, I have to pay, and that includes I get the school, the lessons, I get the books, that's all included. On top of that, I have to pay 2,000 this coming Monday, 2,000 to apply for my education visa through immigration, and then every 3 months I have to extend my visa. So that's 1,900. So that total cost, so that's like 3 extensions plus the 2,000, so 2, 4, 6, just under 8,000 baht. So that's about $240, something like that. So the whole cost is about a little over $1,000 for the first 2 levels, and then after I'm done with the first 2 levels, if I do level 3, it'll be an extended cost. So I think the whole thing is like 1,500 or 1,600 total from start to finish, including the extensions for the visa. And other schools charge different. So every school is different. So you just have to check out every school, see what one works best for you as far as location, cost, schedule, that sort of thing. Thai seems to be a very difficult language for Westerners. What does your friend pay for his lessons? I'm not sure what his pay is. And he's not doing it on the education visa. So he doesn't have to pay for the visa. He's on a retirement. I think he's on a no, he might be on a DTV or something like, he's on a different visa. So he doesn't do the education visa, but I'm not sure what his classes cost. Yeah, so you'd have to check. Apparently he was shot through the eye while having a massage. Yeah, right. Right. I'm glad somebody caught on the Godfather reference. I took a train from Hua Hin to Bangkok the day after New Year's, standing room only, and hung over. Don't do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good. How old were you when you first arrived in Southeast Asia for the first time to stay? You still look young, sir. Must have used sunscreen in early days. I've never used sunscreen in my life. Never. I don't believe in it. No, I just stay out of the sun. Let me see. How old was I? So it was 2015 was the first time I traveled to the Philippines. So that was 10 years ago. So I was 57 years old. I'm 67 now. So yeah, I was a young whippersnapper. You said previously that you were traveling to Hawaii to play golf. What method of transportation are you using? Well, I canceled. I was going to go not this weekend, but next weekend. But I canceled because the friends I was going to go with couldn't go. So I'm going to wait and go another time. I was just going to, if it was just me, I would probably just take a bus and throw my golf clubs underneath. If there was 3 or 4 of us going, we'd probably get a get a SUV and just split the cost, and it would probably be about the same as taking a bus, or a little more, but not much more. So, learning a new language can delay dementia in older people, so it's good to take classes for brain health alone. Delay drooling on the self. Yeah. Well, I still do the drooling, but I'm drooling in Thai rather than English. So I got that going for me. You look awesome for your age. Well, thank you, Goldie. Appreciate that. Yeah, I feel good. I mean, 67. What the hell? I mean, you just got to enjoy your life. You never know how many more trips there are around the sun for you, right? Are you also learning reading and writing in Thai? Yes. So, well, we're trying. Um, he's showing us. So our instructor is showing us the sentences in Thai, in the Thai language, and he's also showing it in the English version with the tones. Um, so he's showing us, and we'll start learning the alphabet, the consonants and the vowels. We'll start doing that. I would guess probably this coming week. And how to write words in Thai, in the Thai language. I learned to write my name in Thai. But right now it's more of listening and speaking Thai. So it's not so structured. It's not so important to learn how to read it and write it right now, but I'm sure it'll get to that eventually. So yeah, but it's been interesting. I was told so many times, oh, you'll never learn Thai because it's such a tonal language. It is tonal, but it's not. I mean, there's 5 tones. So if you're looking at a word and you see the accent and it goes up from left to right, it goes up. So it'd be, yeah, that way, up, as you're looking at it. Then when you speak, your voice goes up. So it could be ka, would be up. Then there's down this way, it'd be ka, going down, ka. There's this where it goes down, then up. So it'd be ka, ka, ka. And then there's the other way, ka, ka. And then there's neutral, ka, like that. So that's the completely novice, foreign Westerner Farang way to explain Thai tones to you. I'm sure if somebody is a teacher in Thai can probably explain it a lot better than me, but it's not that hard, really. When you look at it, you can see where the accents are. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. So far. Any new visa situation in Thailand? New like changes in visas? I haven't heard of anything changing. With my education visa, that's a non-immigrant visa. So I should be able to open up a Thai bank account. So that's what I'm planning on doing. That's my hope and plan, to open up a Thai bank account and start depositing money in my Thai bank account. So when I do my retirement, I can show 12, 14 months of transferring money from the US to my Thai bank account. That will help when I apply for my retirement visa. Hopefully, that's my plan. We'll see how it works. To be continued. But I haven't heard of any different changes or anything drastic in the visas, in the changes in the visas yet. So, but you never know. It's a new government. But from everything I have understood, everything I've heard, this new government, when they were in charge before, when they were in power before, they were super lax on and welcoming on foreigners coming into Thailand. So maybe all those issues will kind of loosen up with this new government. So we'll see. We'll see how. And I'm not sure how long this government will be in place because I think they're going to set up new elections. This is just from one I understand, I think this is a temporary government until the elections can be held, and then whoever the new party goes into power, then they'll set policy and that sort of thing. So, but I don't get real involved in the government. It's just, it is what it is. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense to complain about it being an expat. In fact, it's probably a bad thing to complain about the government if you're a foreigner living here in Thailand. You don't want to do that. The classroom's nice, aircon, a view. Yeah, the classroom's actually nice. It's on the 4th floor of the building. Let me think. What is the name of the building? It's right near Ramanine, Central Ramanine Mall on Ramanine. So hang on just a second. I'll look it up for you. I can't type on my phone and talk at the same time, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm not good at multitasking. Okay, so here we go. Sky 9 Center is the name of the building that the school is in. Sky, SKYY 9 Center. It's a cool building. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see if I can show you there. That's the building that it's in. Sky 9 Center. And it's on the 4th floor. So, but there's not a lot around there. I actually was looking at condos in that area. I thought, I'll just live close to my school. But there's not much around there. There's the mall. There's a Lotus grocery store there. But other than that, there's not a lot of restaurants, not a lot of bars, or not a lot of neighborhoods like along Sukhumvit. It just looks like neighborhoods. It looks pretty cool, but there's not that there. So I decided, yeah, I'll live somewhere else. I'll travel. It'll be better. I'm only spending a couple hours there a day. So anyway, where are we at here? Let's see. Wish you have a nice girlfriend soon. Well, I'm not really looking. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But yeah, you never know. Never say never, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll let you guys know if I do get a girlfriend or not. I might keep that part of my life secret. You'll just never know. I'll have a twinkle in my eye, and that's how you'll know. Let's see, where are we at time? All right, we'll go to noon. We'll go to 12, and then we'll call it good. We still got 25 on, so that's neat. This has been a fun day, though. Watched some football early this morning. I wonder how the Oregon Penn State game went. It was 3-3 at the half. Anybody know what the score of that was? Any other college football fans? I'm going to Lumpini Park today. Might check out that barbecue place that I think it was Aaron or somebody asked me about or told me about. Might check that out. The barbecue place just north of Lumpini Park. He said it was a really good Texas barbecue place. Austin was telling me about that, I think. Might check that out. Check out Lumpini Park. See if I can find a monitor lizard. They're all over there. The funny thing was, I did a video a while back, and I wanted to do some B-roll of monitor lizards because it was part of my video. And so I thought, I'll just go to Lumpini Park and do a quick video of some monitor lizards walking around, and then I can stick it in my video, right? I walked all over that park and I did not see one monitor lizard. I was so upset because every time I've gone there in the past, they're everywhere. I don't know where they went. They're all on strike or something. So I didn't get a chance. So I had to find one, some B-roll on a website, and I had to use that. So Oregon won in overtime. Wow. Okay. So Penn State still can't win the big one. Wow. Okay. Been to Vietnam before? Yeah, actually, I've been to Vietnam several times. Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Hoi An. I really like Da Nang. That's one of my favorite cities to go to. I love the beach there. It's beautiful. I have a lot of friends there, actually. When I first left the Philippines a year ago, I had I was renting an apartment in Da Nang and renting this place here, and my plan was just spend 3 months in each and just go back and forth every 3 months and just stay on a tourist visa. But after a while, it's like, yeah, I like Da Nang, but I miss Bangkok. Every time I'd leave Bangkok, I'd be in Da Nang for like a month. It's like, I miss Bangkok, so I want to go back. So I decided I won't rent the place in Da Nang anymore. I'm just going to stay here. And that's when I decided I'll just move to a bigger place that's more central, since I'm saving money from the Da Nang apartment. So that's what I'm doing. So November, when I move down to Phrom Phong area, I'll be paying about twice what I was paying here, but I'm not paying any money over in Da Nang anymore. So I'm saving money there. Oregon won 30-24. Wow. Okay. 2 overtimes. Oh, wow. I was going to say, because it was 3-3 at the half, so they must have scored a lot of points, but most of those were overtime. Have you been to Phuket or some Koh Samui? No, I have not been to Phuket or Koh Samui yet, but I plan on going. I'll probably go after the first of the year, spend a long weekend at those places. I got a friend back home, my hometown in Nebraska. He's got a brother that owns a bar in Phuket. So I need to find out from him what bar he owns and where it's at, and go visit him. But I've heard Koh Samui is beautiful, and I want to go see that too. So I will check those places out, probably on long weekends, 4-day weekend trips, probably in January or February when the weather's better down there. It's after rain season there, and it's smoky season here. So I will check those out. All right, all caught up. I think I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm getting kind of hungry. I want to go head out, and my throat's starting to hurt too from talking so much. But I appreciate you guys coming on this morning. Really love the interaction with you guys. Yeah, Notre Dame kicked Arkansas's ass. Notre Dame's my second favorite team after the Huskers. So they're bouncing back. They're 2-2 now. Thanks for all the info. No problem, Steve. Thanks for showing up. Goldie, thank you. Let's get together for a drink in W District sometime. Just shoot me an email if you like. And everybody, thanks for coming on board. And as always, till next time, live life, my friend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.